Good evening, ladies and gentlemen in the class of 2023. My name is Brenna Alalde Taylor, and it has been my honor and privilege to serve as your Student Council President. Please join me as we stand for the presentation of colors, the pledges, and the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we was so gallantly streaming on the rockets lit were the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Now I would like to welcome Chazari Supalana.
Yeah. Hello. Sorry. A little short. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And the class? You may be seated. My apologies. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and the class of 2023. My name is Chazri Subulana, the senior class president. Before we get started, please join me in welcoming GISD Board of Trustees. Linda Griffin, president. Robert Selders, Jr., vice president. Johnny Beach, Secretary. Daphne Stanley, Assistant Secretary. Larry Glick, Trustee. Jamie Miller, Trustee. Wes Johnson, Trustee. GISD Superintendent, Dr. Ricardo Lopez. Dr. Jason Adams, Chief Academic Officer. Dr. Susanna Russell, Chief Leadership Officer. Also, honored guests, parents, family members, and the class of 2023. On the stage with us this evening are representatives from the elementary and middle schools. Jolie Scott, principal of Armstrong Elementary. Dr. Ashley Wong, principal of Hudson Middle School. They are here to remind us that it takes all levels of educators and teachers, pre-K through 12, for us to reach this milestone. Now, what's up, Mustangs? I'm Chazzy Supalana, the girl behind the morning announcements, the hype woman on the microphone at pep rallies, and your senior class president. Today, as I stand before you, I'm filled with great pride as I reflect on our collective journey, a journey filled with COVID, devious licks, and intense battles of shadowboxing. It feels like just yesterday we were freshmen, struggling to make sense of how the room numbering worked. To this day, it still doesn't make sense. And just as we got the hang of things, we face a never-ending spring break and a shortage of toilet paper. Yet, we persevered. Sophomore year brought new challenges as virtual learning became our reality. We battled to keep our eyes open and became all too familiar with the phrase, "Sorry, I missed class today due to technology issues." And I had more than a few teachers say, Chazri, all I can see is your ceiling fan." Nonetheless, we adapted and overcame. Junior year arrived with its own unique struggle. By that, I mean physics. Apologies to Mr. Brown, but the laws of motion seemed to be conspiring against us. On top of that, we tackled countless AP tests and endured the dreaded SAT exam. Somehow, after all the meltdowns and late-night study sessions, we pushed through. Then came senior year, giving us a taste of normalcy. We enjoyed Friday night football games, followed by mouth-watering patty melts from the Whataburger on Bunker Hill. We overcame senioritis and the risk of being on loss of credit. Heck, even I was one absence away from not being able to deliver this speech today. But here we are, ready to receive our diplomas. The class of 2023 has undoubtedly faced numerous trials, transformations, and adversities. However, each struggle has shaped us into stronger individuals. So as we embark on the next chapter, let our past challenges serve as a reminder of our strength and resilience. I am so honored to have served as your class president. And I'd like to leave you with a quote from one of the most influential men of our generation, Pitbull, also known as Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. This for everyone going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that. But every day above ground is a great day, remember that. Congratulations, class of 2023, we did it. Now, let's give it up for the man. You know him, you love him, Dr. Ricardo Lopez.   / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2 / 1 / 2
Good evening, family and friends. Well, today I come to you in a dual role because I'm also a father and a parent of two beautiful girls, Alyssa and Lauren, who are graduating today. You know, I love you both, baby girls, so much. And this is a beautiful class. So I'm gonna take this speech in two parts. You know, and first I'm gonna need to thank my beautiful wife, who's also a Sachse counselor. She's in the back over there. Linda's raised these girls pretty much with my work schedule, I would say, by herself. And she's done a wonderful job. I love you, honey. 5.5 years ago, we took a chance. We wanted to have a place to land that's going to further enrich my daughter's lives. At that time, Alyssa was in middle school, and any transition is always hard, and Lauren will go anywhere we go as long as we're there hanging out with her. And when we came here, we were hoping for all the things that we hear that this area can possibly offer. Great family friends that have virtues first at hand, that work well together, that really develop a community atmosphere. And we couldn't have asked for a better place to land than Sachse and Sachse High School. And each of you exemplify these values. And I just want to say a few thank yous because I don't get the time to do that very often, because it all started off with landing at Hudson Middle School under the leadership of Carmen Blakey. And it was right there in that January that set the tone and the course for everything to come. From there, we found fabulous friends and families from the Bakuds, the Bookers, the Cheeks, the Colwells, the Cunninghams, the Duggins, the Georges, the Godfreys, the Hanks, the Hensons, the Hudgens, the Coronecks, the Lyles, the Lunas, the Phillips, the Taylors, the Trans, the Whitties. There's so many to name, and I know that I forgot some of you, but I just want to say thank you, and we love you. Sachse is a very unique place. I've been in different places in my life. My dad was in the Air Force. I'm an Air Force brat. I've been everywhere, and I'm going to tell you we landed in the right place. When we look at these graduates and the families, everything that Sachse stands for, what I mentioned with the values and excellence and competitive nature, I promise you, if you're not from the GISD and you're not attending Sachse, for all of those that are in attendance or watching us miles away on YouTube, I promise you by the end of today, you're going to wish you were a Mustang. And is that not right, kids? You see, this class set a mark. And, you know, we have championships. For the first time, they had a golfer go to state with Ella Cheek. And then the next thing you know, soccer is making Final Four playoffs. And then you look at the playoff runs for volleyball and football and girls basketball and boys basketball and track. And the list goes on and on and on. Then you flip it over to fine arts, and then all of a sudden, the band is going to state. You know, you name it, they do it. And choir is second to none. I'm going to tell you, this choir is phenomenal. Congratulations to you all. So what's funny about this is about it was 3/17 today. I had a graduation with another high school. And we have something now that the state rates us on. It's called CCMR. CCMR is making sure these students are college and career military ready. They don't need remedial courses when they go to college. They have a certificate to be able to be employed once they leave, that they are on a career track. And it's a very high standard. It's the highest standard that Texas has to offer. And GISD is not only #1 in the entire DFW area, they're one of the highest in the state. Well, earlier today, I announced at 317 that school was the #1 school in CCMR. And they were at 3:17 p.m. And so at 3:17 p.m. when I announced that, that means if they're #1 here, that means they're #1 in the state, because really the top 7 schools in the state are all from here. And then I get notified. And it is now 5:22? And they just got lapped by Sachse. And not lapped easily. Sachse just hit a new record in CCMR, and at the very end, Shea Creel's going to have these kids stand that are CCMR ready, and you're going to see that this is the highest percentage in Garland history that has ever been CCMR ready. Almost every graduate is going to be hitting that mark, which is unheard of in the entire state of Texas. So you should be Sachse proud. And so when that happens, I want you to cheer loud and hard for them, because it feels good to be number one, especially in such a competitive environment. But you know, to be CCMR ready, some kids had to overcome even more obstacles than the ones that we know about. And I'm going to share 3 stories with you of kids that overcame the odds to be here tonight. And it shows you the true Sachse spirit. So when I say your name, please stand to be recognized. I want you to stand and just let me tell your story, the story you gave me permission to tell. So Leah Teresha Woodrup, would you please stand? Give her a round of applause. Leah's story is truly inspiring and showcases her unwavering dedication. At the age of 20, she left her unstable home in Houston to complete her high school education and earn her diploma. Leah faced difficult times and had to endure instability in her home life. Initially, she lived with some family members, but after about 4 months, they couldn't accommodate her anymore, leaving her suddenly homeless. However, during this challenging period, Leah was fortunate enough to receive support from local churches and community members who helped her find a group home for young women in Dallas. Despite her circumstances, she remained committed to her education. Every day, she took the DART train to travel between her group home, her school of Sachse, and her job. Through her resilience and determination, she managed to complete all the necessary requirements to earn her high school diploma. Leah's journey is a shining example of what can be achieved through perseverance and never giving up. Congratulations, Leah. You can be seated. Joe Lozano. Joe's journey, let's give him a round of applause too. Joe deserves it. Joe's story is about resilience and determination. Before his sophomore year, Joe experienced a tragic loss when his younger brother, Corbin, passed away in an accident. The incident occurred during the pandemic lockdown, making it an incredibly difficult time for them. Despite the immense grief, Joe challenged his emotions into a renewed sense of purpose. He felt compelled to pursue his goals with greater passion in order to honor his brother's memory. While Joe faced academic challenges after the incident, he didn't give up. He even served as the school's mascot during his junior and senior years. That was him. Through perseverance, hard work, and the support of his family, friends, and teachers, he was able to overcome those obstacles and be at graduation today. Guided by his memory of his brother Corbin, who we feel is with us today, Joe is driven by an unwavering spirit and a commitment to making a meaningful impact in the world. Corbin, I know your little brother is proud of you, and so are we. Congratulations. And finally, Devontae Wallace. Devontae. Oh, you got a cheering section. Let's give Devontae a round of applause. You see, he faced a doubt and great temptation to give up. He persevered and overcame those obstacles to earn this diploma. One of the challenges he encountered was having to switch high schools during his senior year. This unexpected change could have discouraged him, but instead, Devonta saw it as an opportunity for personal growth. Devontae's determination was unwavering throughout his academic journey. He devoted himself to studies, working tirelessly to make the most of every learning opportunity. Despite facing late nights, demanding assignments, and high expectations from Sachse High School, he remained motivated to overcome these challenges and achieve his goal. Devontae's graduation holds special significance for his family. He is the first among his siblings to graduate and earn a diploma. That's huge. Devontae, when you walk across the stage and get your diploma, you symbolize the triumph of the human spirit and encourage us to face our own obstacles head on. Congratulations and charge on. Parents, there's many stories that we don't know about, and I thank these students to have the courage to let me share their stories with others. There's times whenever we're facing obstacles and we feel alone. You're not alone. You got the Sachse families all around you. Look to your left and right. There are 700 graduates here today, and they all stand unified with each other like one nation, and I promise you that these students have the ability to change the world in front of us. This is a very special class, the class of 2023, and I just want to thank you for making this ride with you all the best ever. Mr. Creel, you've done an outstanding job as high school principal, and I am so glad you are the leader of my wife and 2 daughters. You all, I thank you for patiently listening to my stories, but I want you to leave with one thing. I got to hear one of my friends speak the other day, and he said, don't lose your $1 million dream on a $5 decision. I want you to take that with you wherever you go. It's simple to remember because it can go really, really far. With that, I love you. God bless you. And I will now turn it over to the Sachse High School Wind Ensemble and A Cappella Choir to go ahead and perform From Sea to Shining Sea, followed by the principal address of Mr. Shay Creel. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I get going, in case you did not receive the alert, it's time to be real. Okay. This is the point where my boss, immediate boss, Mr. Ray Merrill, gets a little bit nervous because I have the microphone. Rightfully so. This class is so special that before I get to my speech, when we walked in, people were kind of cheering and kind of clapping for everybody and all that kind of stuff, your kiddo, your grandkid. But before we get going, I want all these people that are in the stands to raise this roof and let the class of 2023 know how proud you are of them. Let's go. Get on your feet for the class of 2023. They deserve every bit of it. Whew. Great job. All right, now I'll get serious. Good evening. I want to thank the GISD Board of Trustees, Dr. Lopez, GISD honored guests, for being here tonight. I'm excited to have our elementary and middle school representatives here with us tonight, Ms. Jolie Scott from Armstrong and Dr. Ashley Wong from Hudson Middle School. We appreciate the work you do. And finally, welcome to the parents, family members, friends, and the class of 2023. Your day has finally come. I think back to March of 2020, and I think, well, it's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes. But there'll be crowds and there'll be shows and there will be light after dark, and someday when we aren't 6 feet apart. And here we are gathered for graduation. We're all proud of what you've accomplished. This class has continued the rich tradition of classes that have gone before you, despite the obstacles that were put in front of you, obstacles that pressed your limits, and without fail, you cleared each one. If I'm being honest, I thought about just changing the year and regurgitating previous graduation speeches. The more I thought about it, the more I knew there was no way I could do that. Not with this class. This class is special to me in so many ways. My thoughts led me to the following, which I hope you will carry on throughout your life. Dedication. Whatever you choose to do, dedicate yourself to that plan. Many of you have been dedicated to your academics, to your extracurricular activities, and to many other things. In the years to come, you will need to dedicate yourself to your path. It may be furthering your education, maybe the armed forces, the workforce, your future family, and so on. Stay the course and remain dedicated. Difference. You will have an opportunity to make a difference. I hear it all the time. Your students are different. Your teachers are different. They're right. We are different. We are Sachse Mustangs. You have the skills and knowledge to make an impact in this world. I'm not sure if you've heard this phrase, but hate is going to hate. I say let them hate. Be proud to be different. Do things differently. Stand out and go make a difference in this world for the better. I dare you to make a difference. Dreams. Harriet Tubman said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world." Do not ever think that your goals are unattainable or be discouraged because things are not going your way. You will face failure, but don't let it keep you down. Learn from it and move on. You are in control if they come true or not. I was reminded of dreams by a young man back in April when he said, "Dreams really do come true. Believe in your dreams and be relentless in your pursuit of them." I will leave you with this, as it is a staple of mine each year. In the children's book, A Wrinkle in Time, the author states, "Keep asking questions, keep pursuing all questions you have, and follow them wherever you lead. The only thing that you can really guarantee is that you will end up someplace you never thought you would end up. The joy is in the journey. Journey on with curiosity and awe. I charge each and every one of you to get out of your comfort zone. Experience the world and all it has to offer. Make good decisions, be a good person to everyone, and know that we love you." It has been my great pleasure to be your principal. I know you are all destined for greatness. And as always, run. Mustangs, run. I would now like to introduce our salutatorian, Ms. Catherine Lee.
Thank you, Mr. Creel. Good evening, friends, family members, faculty, and most importantly, the class of 2023. Today marks a special day for all of us. Today is the day that we get our first taste of freedom and start our adventure into the real world. You are on your own now, and your future is now completely in your hands. No more asking permission to go to the restroom, no more getting dress coded, and no more getting stopped in the hallway by Miss Gunter for not wearing an ID. However, let's not forget the real reason why we're here today. We have overcome so many obstacles. We had resilience and patience through the most trying times of our lives. And we have learned so many things, such as how to pull 3 all-nighters every week and survive on practically no sleep. I can't even count the amount of times I slept through all my alarms and missed physics class this year. Sorry, Mr. Brown. So I was told that as a salutatorian, I have to give some kind of life-changing piece of advice to you all, but I wouldn't really say I have the right to do so, because any of my friends can tell you that I completely lack common sense. Salutatorian is just a title. However, I would still like to share some things I've learned from the past 4 years. The best piece of advice I can give you is that working hard is important, but don't sacrifice your happiness. Do not restrain yourself from enjoying life with the mindset that if you work hard enough, you'll somehow suddenly start enjoying life a few years down the line. Live in the present and always do what makes you happy in the moment. Also, embrace your failures and your setbacks. There is no such thing as failing if you learn from your mistakes. Accept the fact that you're always going to make mistakes and have bad days, but give yourself more credit. By being here at graduation, you have proven that you have a 100% success rate at conquering your bad days. I think that deserves a round of applause. Now, class of 2023, let us step into the world with courage and confidence, knowing that we are equipped with the knowledge, skills, and resilience to overcome any challenge that comes our way. I would like to leave you all with a quote from the great philosopher and rapper, Nicki Minaj, of course, who said, "Never take no for an answer. Go after your biggest dream, and do not settle." Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023. Now, I would like to introduce someone who has taught me the value of hard work and dedication. She has pushed me and encouraged me throughout the past 2 years to keep persevering through every rough patch and every obstacle. and despite being insanely smart, she is incredibly humble. She is genuinely one of the kindest and most hardworking people I know, and I am incredibly honored to call her one of my best friends. Class of 2023, please help me introduce our valedictorian, Yovia Meritab.
Thank you so much, Catherine. And good evening to the class of 2023. 4 years ago, we walked into high school with bright eyes and eager minds, ready to conquer the world and yet not knowing quite what to expect. The experiences, hardships, and lessons learned in the past 4 years is what separates the inexperienced freshmen we once were from the accomplished yet ever-growing graduates we are today. As we sit here on graduation day, I would like to take a moment to leave you with a few of the invaluable lessons my time at school has taught me so that you may use them on your own life's journey. If there's one thing I've realized throughout these high school years, is that every achievement, every milestone reached, couldn't have been done without those involved in the background. These unsung heroes, our parents, teachers, coaches, and mentors, have given up so much for us to be wearing our caps and gowns today. To my mom and dad, I want to let you know that all of the late night studying paid off. And I am thankful to have parents that help me strive to reach my fullest potential, even on days when I don't exactly want to. To the teachers who work day and night crafting lesson plans to make their challenging courses easy to understand, who encourage their students to take risks and follow our dreams, your unwavering support is appreciated and your dedication to your work is admirable. Educating the youth is one of the most valuable careers in any society, and I am grateful to have learned under the amazing teachers here at Sachse High School. But perhaps the most important thing I've learned in high school is the importance of human connection. Though it took me a whole year of classes alone in my room to realize it, social interaction is just as vital for personal development and intellectual growth as our math and science courses. Throughout these 4 years, I've made friends I can relate to, laugh with, and lean on for support, and in doing so, created memories that will last a lifetime. These high school relationships have taught me so much, from the importance of taking breaks and finding joy in the small things in life, to not being afraid to ask for help when I need it. These lessons we've learned in high school are the foundation on which the morals of our adult lives will be built. So as we step out of high school and into the real world, keep in mind the core tenets that have been drilled into our brains for the past 12 years. Dream big, shoot for the stars, but I urge you to remember that no goal or aspiration in life should force you to sacrifice your compassion, your strength, and above all, your happiness. I know it's hard for some of us, but don't beat yourself up over mistakes. We have long lives ahead of us, and we're going to make a lot of them. But mistakes are human, and perfection isn't. A clear mind and an open heart will get you far, and I have no doubt that each and every one of us will get far in our desired roads through life. Despite the uncertainty and disarray of the current state of the world, I have nothing but optimism for the future, as I've seen firsthand the talented minds our generation has to offer. I am so honored to be a part of this class of 2023. Thank you.
Thank you, Yovia. And now, class of 2023, please rise. Dr. Lopez and Mr. Beach, on behalf of the administration and the faculty of Sachse High School, it is with great pride I certify these students have completed the course requirement for graduation as set forth by the Texas Education Agency. the Board of Trustees of the Garland Independent School District. At this time, I would like to recommend the class of 2023 for graduation. Class of 2023, please be seated. Please welcome Board of Trustee, Mr. Johnny Beach.
Greetings. Greetings. There you go, that'll baby. Now you're in the game. My name is Johnny Beach. I'm a trustee for the Garland Independent School District. It is my distinct honor to welcome each of you to this joyful celebration. And I am amazed because there's over 700 students sitting in this audience fixing to graduate, when in 1967 I was a citizen of Sachse, Texas, and the population sign said 646. There's more students sitting here than when I lived in that city. I love it. Great looking class. First, I want to congratulate the parents who are here tonight and say thank you for letting us teach your children through their educational years. They are equipped and ready. Parents, think about it. You can now clean up the bedroom and paint it. Students, the families, teachers, counselors, administrators who have provided guidance, support, and also love are here tonight to watch you hear your name called. How big is that? Tears of joy and excitement will be flowing as they celebrate you and your accomplishment. You're graduating tonight, a very special day. Students, let's give your parents and those who impacted you with love and support a round of applause for being here tonight and supporting you. Tonight, we honor the students on making the grades for graduation. This is a day to remember, students. May 26, 2023, a day in history for you. A journey of your educational career in years that no one else can take away from you. This day belongs to you. You earned it. Reflect on that for just a moment. Think about that. This is a special day. You're sitting here and you're waiting. The obstacles that everybody has already mentioned that you overcame. Virtual learning, oh boy. COVID, the 100-year snowstorm, okay? Those are just to name a few that you've endured and overcame. Your determination to achieve over any obstacle impresses me and Siri. Just making sure you're listening. Enjoy this celebration tonight with your classmate. This day and moment is yours. Okay, students, we're going to do something a little different. I want you to turn to the student next to you, to your right, and I want you to shake their hand and say, congratulations, you're graduating. Right now, shake their hand. Now tell the truth, didn't you feel those sweaty palms? Didn't it feel real good? All right. I'm proud of you. So, to those of you who are graduating this evening with honors, awards, distinctions, I say to you, well done. And as I like to tell the C students, you can be a school board trustee just like me. So, tonight, Mr. Creel is going to hand you a diploma when you walk across this stage. Make sure that you keep moving, just in case he tries to take it back. In closing, graduates, step out of your comfort zone. Go for the dream in your life that you want to accomplish and go for it. You're equipped. And most of all, do what Mr. Creel just mentioned, run, Mustangs, run. Okay, students, this is that moment you've been waiting for. Please rise. All right, here we go. By the power vested in me by the State Board of Education, the Texas Education Agency, and the trustees of the Garland Independent School District, I now declare each student receiving a diploma to be a graduate of Garland ISD. Students, you are now officially a high school graduate. Please move your tassels to the left. Congratulations.
Class of 2023, please be seated. Audience, we ask that you please be courteous during this ceremony so that every parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, sibling can hear the graduate's name called. If you want to clap for your graduate, please do so, but we want to keep this moving. Some of y'all have dinner reservations. Please allow this ceremony to be a positive event for all the graduates. Class of 2023, please prepare to receive your diplomas.
Yovia Dawit Meritab. Catherine Quinn Lee. Daniel Jan Bijestowski. Daisy Tam Dang. Noah Charles Hickman. Maya Christine Douglas. Eric Sadanand Paul. Madeline Kenna Lamb. Blake Matthew Baines. Jesse Hawk Radcliffe. Stephen Brent Anderson. Brian Tran Nguyen. Justin Huynh. Madison Taylor Trusty. McKenna Lee Koppel. Min An Nao Nguyen. Chasri Kate Suplana. Charitha Shri Suraju. Eileen Twitney T. Tran. Kate Nicole Valentine. Caden T. Nguyen. Aaron Tin Sean Vien. Nyun Nyap Kim Wynn. Anna Bella Hockett. Alexander Michael Payne. Tony Tran. Celine Zimni T. Tran. Alexa Giselle Chavez. Michael Thomas Hudgens. Rebecca Cordone. Gina Abdulhadi DC. Amy Vo. William Soria Anderson. Amber Now Wynn. Lindsay Choop Wynn. Barrett Tate Weisner. Colin Lee Jarvis. Elena Nicole Artiaga. Bersaba Dejeuner Zudu. Alondra Gonzalez. Audrey Martha Hardgrave. Maxwell David LaJoy. Tiffany Ann Pelto. Jessica New Dong. Mackenzie Catherine Caldwell. Caden Tang Tran. Jacob David Lamb. Danielle Michelle Georges. Lucas Leandro Meza. Chi Huyen Tran. Jacob Allen Godfrey. Ajay Iti Sajan. Bella Grace Zitzelberger. Anna Doe. Zachary Kevin Moore. Hui Nyok Huyen. Juliana Lee Sinclair. Claire Renee White. Reagan Jacob Mason. Elizabeth Morgan Lewis. Hannah Sue Morgan. Joey Joshua Kelly. Julissa Salazar Hernandez. Greta Elise Johnson. Samuel Isaac Astron. Andrew Alexander Morell. Casey Wynn. Micah Avery Rex. Tanner Ray Rayleigh. Houston Thomas Hickman. Cole Brian Howell. Katie Now Wynn. Molly J. McGuire. Cindy Fan Lee. Macy Brooke Taylor. Tin Lam Bao Pham. Ella Christine Cheek. Zoe Marie Rodriguez. Savannah Danielle House. Mariana Canchola. Rylan Ashley Nelson. Donovan Jacob Selden. Patrick Allen McDonough, Nicole Pineda, Elizabeth Grace Hardin, Thomas Y. Cow, Madison Kennedy Galaviz, Laura Elizabeth Halliday, Thabita Almeida Brito, Peyton Lynn Jones, Tuan Nguyen Huynh, Jaden Devlin May, Kaylani May Fashel Kuranek, Kai River Padden, Pierce Connor Gillespie, Rihanna Grace Mendez, Mary Elizabeth Albus, George Samtochukwu Igwe, Nazeli Salinas, Camilla Alexa Santabanez, Michaela Marie Bakud, Jason Tree Tran, Alea Rose Roselle Guting, Grayson Sterling King, Grace Abigail Hill, Trinity Dawn Glover, Gabrielle Yasmin Jones, Alyssa Christine Leach, Dylan Nicole Mulqueen, Caleb Teka Bakile, Julissa Daniela Palma, Haley Rayanne Hanks, Kayla Nicole Williams, Ariana Maya Bobier Ramos, Jackson Lee Whitty, Casey Lynn Clodner, Albert Kinkum Doe, Stella Jeannie Kubik, Isabella Marie Savateri, Justin Robert Carroll, Eric Miles Duggan Jr., Jacob Reese Claiborne, Sungkyung Lee, Madison Lane Littrell, Mason John Lyles, Sophia Nicole Figarelli, Colton Wayne Harold, Khalees Torrin Hammond, Anthony Huang Nguyen, Brenna Rose Olalde Taylor, Camden Keith George, Kenny Nguyen, Kylie Morgan Tate, McKenna Ray Bailey, April Lynn Nguyen, Eric Devon Ames II, J.C. Lynn Parker, Ann Tu Vong, Sophia Rose Flores, Anthony Francisco Gutierrez, Caden Todd Calkins, Cole Franklin Kurtz. Caitlin Grace Serrano. Ross William Gwynn. Haley Noel Clark. Gracie Elizabeth Flores. Abigail Lauren Helm. Ella Marie Palmer. Alina Irene Zadina. Blake Austin Limberg. Cadence Elizabeth Rigdon. Parker Stephen Bowers. Kylie Ray Dudley. Megan Alexis Herman. Kate Lauren Wilkins. Whitney Page Cunningham. Harris Sohail Ansari. Anna Elaine Eischen. Tracy An Trong. Trinity Lachelle Hines. Reed William Scarce. Rayson Henry Momani. Hin Pham Nhao Din. Croston Merrick Smith. Kinsey Nicole Casey. Crystal Naomi Mahia. Stephanie Martinez Sanchez. Caleb Joseph Tristan. Lauren Mariana Lopez. Alyssa Brielle Lopez. Bailey Ann Boyd. Alicia Danielle Dalton. Diana Bowie. Cooper Nash Zumwalt. Caleb Aaron Morrow. Harris Dunick. Bailey Ann Malone. Jasmine Martinez Serpis. Scott Michael Kratz. Joseph Charles Hodges. Austin Ray Phillips. Griffin Barber Grubasich. Daniel McCasey Santos. Grayson Dean Smith. Jet Ryan Creel. George Van Bui. Thomas Dang. Cade Zachary Cole. Sarah Elizabeth Young. Riley Miranda Richard. Maya Danielle Henson. Ashton James Tanwakio. Emma Jean Fears. Emma Catherine Lanford. Jonathan Joji. Pranav Aditya Navath. Samuel Alonzo Solis Bruzuela. Liul Mesfin Hailu. Diego Espinoza, Levi Scott Hatton, Kylie Adriana Story, Madison Zoraya Pena, Hui Tin Pham, Samuel Mario Travi, Gracie Elizabeth Fagg, Ezra Elias Cation, Joy Renee Peters, Landon Cade Mumfrey, Gabriela Grace Rodriguez, Spencer Alexander Beecham, Hiran Bryce Bronston, Nicole Pacheco, Nash Christian Fitzgerald, Christina Dei Chang Tran, Trinity Divine Iatunde Cole, Anthony An Vu, Robert Alejandro Moore, Faith Leilani Bohan, Joshua Asiel Rodriguez, Jordan Matthew Jonas, Pope Prosperity Chidozie Akana, Arabella Madrid, Kenny Hua Nguyen, Biminette Berhane, Lily Zhang, Emma Audrey McGlasson, Emmy Dorothy McFarland, Abriana Nicole Villapando, Cooper Scott T, Carson Jagger McCrae, Joby K. Phelps, Kaiten Munish Dutt, Dalen Edwin Harbin, Sophia Rose Merkel, Lynn Mahaki Mabiru, Ricky Tai Nguyen, Mohammed Abdelmadi, Giovanni Jesus Aguilar, Benin Jassim Yasir Layadi, Jose Armando Alcaraz Budisqueta, Michaela Renee Alexander, Lanaya Yvette Allen, Sebastian Kai Almanza, Rosa Manuela Alvarez, Marunith Gutierrez Amaranto, Yvette Sarai Andrade Marin, Christopher Lee Anthony, Nelson Ariano, Jacob Michael Armas, Grace Lola Asmer, April Anaya Augustus, Jason Andrew Baglio. Kimberly Caitlin Bahina Garcia. Madison Dawn Baker. Dustin Balderas Ariano. McGuire Young Ball. Leo Aaron Barletta. Jeffrey Elijah Barnes. Julissa Celeste Barrientos. Brianna Barroso. Christy Rayanne Barth. Reese Franklin Bartlett. Cadence Michelle Bass. Angelica Nicole Bass Brown. Brianna Ruth Bentley. Jason Jeremiah Bararu. Braden Scott Bevilacqua. Seth Garrett Bigelow. James Braden Blair. Suzanne Dolores Blair. Daniel Blancas Santa Maria. Lanasia Serenity Blue. Christine Anne Marie Bodwin. Madeline Sage Boget. Chloe Noel Booker Searcy. Ryan James Brewer. Nicole Ann Briggs. Brighton Lynn Brodno. Azavion Cordez Brown. Chloe Savannah Brown. Joshua Ryan Brown. Mackenzie Ann Brown. Peyton Michelle Brown. Jacob Ryan Bruce. Jake Ryan Brumbaugh. Adriana Rosa Buitron. Angel Andres Burgos. Jaquan Shania Butler. Courtney Lynn Butts. Kinsey Bree Bird. Charles James Cantrell. Eduardo Santana Cardona. Decorian Jamal Carey. Tanner Lane Carnley. Carlos Matthew Carrillo. Jaime Eduardo Carrillo Treviso. Rakia Carolina Carter. Jason Gael Casas Juarez. Giovanni Henry Castellanos. Erilyn Celeste Castillo. Victor Leonardo Castillo. Christian Uriel Castro de la Torre. Yvette Cristiana Catalan Gaddis. Daniel Carlos Cedeno. Julian Shy Chandler. Ryan Jamar Chapman II. Ibrahim Chaudhry. Ikra Mohammed Ashraf Chaudhry. Selena Chavez. Allie Catherine Cheek. Skylar Marcus Chester. Jonathan Alexander Chien. Kennedy Nicole Christopher. Eric Rylan Clinard. Hannah Elizabeth Coates. Jolie Claire Colombo. JC Lane Kahn. Matthew Ryan Conyers, Caitlin Darlene Cornell, Jerron Christopher Counts, Faith Briley Noel Cowie, Patrick Woodward Craig, Cooper Cillian Creasy, Axel Renee Cristalis Jr., Paul Xavier Crockett, Angeline Cruz, Sarahi Abigail Daniel, Samantha Janet Cruz, Patricia Carol Ann Cunningham, Demarcion Deshawn Curtis, Grayson Cole Davis, Esther Jeanette DeLira, Juan Jesus Delgado Jr., Dylan Jacob Delhomme, Alex Matthew Diaz, Cameron Nicole Diggs, Aiden Ton Din, Nancy Dominguez De Paz, Caitlin Grace Doss, Jessica Jill Duong Champa, Fabian J. Durkin, Nicholas Maxim Dyson, Jolie Moran Eccles, Jalen Jean Eldridge, Caleb Edward Impey, Victor Manuel Escamilla, Fernanda Sofia Esquivel, Joshua Bisong Etta, Abigail McConnon EOL, Cameron Elizabeth Fava, Seth Charles Felu, LaToya Danae Fields, Olivia Sinclair Fierro, Ibrahim Hussein Philly, Logan Wayne Fiveash, Andrew Braxton Flack II, Sarah E. Alejandra Fletcher, Juan Pablo Flores, Kelsey Cheyenne Flores, Kyle Norberto Flores, Aaron Daniel Flowers Jr., Jose Antonio Frere, Alea Michelle Fuller, London Charmaine Simone Fullylove, Leslie Mariello Galdames, David Gallegos, Giancarlo Hermon Jinez Galvez, Alexandria Garcia, Andres Garcia Jr., Ruby Garcia, Braulio Garcia, Isaac Garcia Guevara, Valeria Jocelyn Garcia Vasquez, Genesis Alexia Garza, Santiago Rafael Gasparin Salinas, Sina George George, Kristen Elizabeth Gloth. Angelina Gomez. Lee Anthony Gomez. Angelique Gonzalez. Leonardo Gonzalez. Jordan Josiah Griggs. Chance Nicholas Groteis. Abner Asiel Guerrero. Emilio Alejandro Guerrero. Gael Simón Guerrero Enriquez. Victor Jesus Gutierrez. Hilary Marcelina Denor Guzman. L. Ray Hansen. Callie Lynn Harvey. Holly Grace Hawkins. Rachel Ann Hawkins. Amanda Elizabeth Healy. Alan Javon Heckard. Major Collie Heiser. Christopher Stillwell Helena. Brianna Dawn Helmke. Ashlyn Michelle Henderson. Connor Glenn Henson. Madison Danielle Henson. Brian Alexis Hernandez. David Hernandez. Tatiana Arcielis Hernandez. Vivian Hernandez Campuzano. Braden Allen Hester. Makai Dakota Hicks. Jaden Davis Holland. Aaron Allen Houston. Eric Stephen Ritz. Liliana Ariel Hudson. Joseph Jordan Hughes. Jeremiah Joel Lamont Hunt. Lizette Scarlett Ibarra Oquedes. William Travis Irwin Jr. Cooper Alexander Ivy. Derek Devon Jackson Jr. Jennifer Jacobo Garcia. Theophilus Kiende Gischetti. Wendy Marari Jimenez Narvaez. Bailey Renee Johnson. Paige Avery Johnson. Tamia Sine Johnson. Tyrone Vandell Johnson II. Kimberly Nichelle Johnson Moss. Mason Antoine Jones. Peyton Mitchell Jones. Tanaya Janae Jones. Angel Marie Juarez. Isaac Juarez. Tyson Alexander Carnes. Kennedy Leanne Kepner. Ali Daniel Conifar. Jade Knight. Malik Mosila Karoma. Kaylee Brianne Kubilis. Aditi Nana Kumar. Brandon James Large. Ethan Kin Lee. Viet Hao Lee. Ryan Joshua Lamaster. Lizette Liliana Lemus. Jaden Nicholas Lewis. Keevan Denard Lewis II. Emma Louise Linehan. Aubrey Madison Lights. Caesar Long. Lorelei James Loop. Prentice Charles Lowry. Joe Lozano V. Brooke Evelyn Lucht. Alexa Lugo. Shelby Inez Lumpkins. Ross Carlson Luna. Olivia Lorraine Lunn. Darren Lee. Emily Grace Lynch. Drake Woodward Micah. Melissa Brinsari Maldonado. Jordan Jacob Malvern. Luis Alonso Mancia Rivera. Brandon Scott Mantooth. Mia Joy Manuel. Kayla Joy Matis Gundman. Jorge Manuel Martinez. Cadence Camille Martinez. Katie Ruby Martinez. Natalie Marie Martinez. Jonathan Abel Martinez de Leon. Autumn Rose Martinez Jackson. Eric Martins. Cameron Aries Mazga. Ignacio Mata. Wyatt Mitchell Carr. Logan Heath May. John Hayden McComas. Stevie Castanero McCown III. Dylon LeRae Metter. Alan Samuel Madrano. Jalanis Mercedes Bermudez. Copeland James Merritt. Manuel Mijares. Cameron Paul Miller. Sydney Victoria Miller. Enrique Lucas Miranda. Abdullah Jassim Mohammed. Kimberly Molina. Victor Manuel Montano III. Devin Amir Earl Moore. Nadia Alina Moore. Peyton Brianne Moore. Harrison Douglas Morale. Giselle Moran. Benjamin Pedro Moreno. Matthew Daniel Moses. Zoe Faith Mosley. Peyton Ariana Desiree Mullins. Lauren Camille Nash. Laura Kathleen Navarrete. Marissa Rachel Nelms. Tristan Lee Newman. Jaden Devon Nganyo. Andrew Wynn. Austin Viet Wynn. Bao T. Nguyen. Jillian Truck Nguyen. Colby Dat Ton Nguyen. Fat Ton Nguyen. Tammy T. Nguyen. Tom Nguyen. Tyler Dui Nguyen. Dave Adangwa Nguashu. Rogelio Nino Jr. Jacob Edward Nordgren. Lexi Lee Elke. Amici Ophili. Ken Obina Okoro. Nathan Barrett Oliver Jr. Caden Scott O'Malley. Jeremy Jacobs Ortiz. Yvonne Alexis Ortiz Hurtado. Alexa Ovalle. Eduardo Jose Pacheco Matamoros. Allison Rose Palzinski. Madison Beth Palzinski. Hayden River Paisley. Connor Reed Pattison. Austin Surrender Paul. Brady Thomas Payne. Gabrielle Franco Pedraza. Ryan Claire Pendarvis. Grace Ann Penny. Yadira Peralta. Anna Aaliyah Perez. Blake Aaron Phelps. Regina Lachey Phillips. Nicholas Pineda. Anson Brown Pinkerton. Caroline Violet Plumley. Janiyah Jacole Pruitt. Elias Antonio Prieto. Jerica Jane Pritchett Collins. Kennedy Abigail Prague. Emily Von Qua. Santiago Alejandro Quevedo. Adelinda Maritza Quintero Gutierrez. Abigail Colleen Rayleigh. Nicholas Ramirez. Lourdes Gabriela Ramirez Abarca. Naomi Alejandra Ramirez Flores. Cody Matthew Ranta. Caden Capone Rasco. Shannon Lorette Rayner. Stephanie Rayo. Emily Page Reed. Russell Lewis Reeves IV. Ciandra Nicole Render. Anthony Alexis Rendon Gutierrez. Christian Mauricio Reyes. Alyssa Marie Reza. Kenneth Andrew Rigdon. Sebastian Rios. Ricardo Antonio Rios Renteria. Cameron Robertson. Cameron Jason Robinson. Cameron Grace Robinson. Jennifer Rodriguez. Lynette Rodriguez. Marlon Ariel Rodriguez. Christopher Wayne Rogers. Bella Marie Rojas. Lexi Karina Romero. Chrislyn Amari Rose. Zachary Xavier Rosenbaum. Marlene Torres Rubio. Denise Andrea Ruiz. Nicholas Christian Sage. Carlos Brandon Salazar. Haziel Haid Salazar. Samuel Alejandro Salazar. Ali Parker Saldivar. Jonathan Fernando Salgado Moreno. Abigail Nicole Salmons. Diego Mario Santiago. Dave Kamlesh Santaki. Lacey Victoria Santos. Lily Farrer Schmidt. Cassius Josiah Scott. Cortland Jaleel Scott. Abel Ariga Sear. Ryan Joseph Sebastian. Shamina Segura. Lance Aiden Severn. Hannah Shaquille. Davion Dejan Shaw. Sienna Krisha Shed. Brooke Teklu Shemekit. Nalia Teresa Simpson. Zala Camille Simpson. Ashley Gail Smith. Drew Maddie Smith. Khalil Anthony Smith. Trey Anthony Smith. Georgia Joy Smoller. Javier Alejandro Solis. Michael Isaiah Solis. Caitlin Hope Solery. Catlin Rose Stefanov. Carissa Grace Stewart. Kobe Edwin Story. Piper Lee Story. Elizabeth Grace Strayhorn. Mia Bella Stubblefield. Christopher Michael Talley. Ivory Marie Tamez. Mandy Scott Taylor. Zoe Curson Taylor. Tanner William T. Jackson Cole Terrell. Braden Lee Terry. Caden Pierce Terry. Matthew Tesfaye. Mark David Thielman. Meadow Nicole Thomas. Naya Thomas. Wyatt Davidson Thorne. Matthew David Thurman. Alyssa Nicole Tito. Andrew Stephen Tomaszewski. Jeffrey Stead Torres. Arden Mac Townsend. Jang Ha Tien Tran. Kayla Trung Tran. Michelle Kim Tran. Bien An Lee Tran. Olivia Danielle Trekker. Jacob Lam Trong. Tai Van Trong. Amanda Nicole Tullis. Demonico Tramion Turner. Jabril Nathaniel Turner. Israel Vasquez. Jennifer Vasquez. Genesis Alia Vasquez Garcia. Andrea Vegas Salinas. Gabrielle Velasquez. Michaela Elise Vinson. Tiffany Tai Mi Vo. Zariah Cachet Wainwright. McKinley Jade Walden. Riley Lubbock Wall. Devonta Danielle Wallace. Caden Gamble Ward. Bailey Nicole Washington. Lacey Lynn Watson. Elizabeth Carolyn Watts. Tunisia Jamisha Chapman Wayne. Sonrisa Gabrielle Weeks. Carter John Widener. Ethan Thomas Welsh. Grayson McCall Wheeler. Damon J. White. Natalie Wickard. Alexis Michelle Wiley. Destiny Elise Williams. Caden James Wilson. Cole Andrew Wilson. Mark Orlando Wilson Jr. Taylor Michelle Wilson. Leah Teresia Rebecca Eve Woodrup. Vashne Anthony Wright III. Alfonso Hanez. Abigail Haley Ibarra. Fiona Hidat Jonas. Caitlin Z. Youngblood. Braden Scott Yowell. Kristen Lee Zadina. Nick Jeter Zuniga Orozco. One more, Shamarian Monique Lachey Hawkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for the class of 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, the students sitting before you today earned over $14 million in scholarships. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize several individuals and groups. First, I would like to thank my boss, Executive Director of Leadership, Mr. Ray Merrill, as well as acknowledge the other district staff that are here assisting our campus personnel to make things run smoothly. The staff in the back handing out diplomas. We would also like to recognize our Teacher of the Year, Mr. John Murray. Our Paraprofessional of the Year, Mrs. Carla Atchison. I would also like to recognize the senior class sponsors, Ms. Leanne Wilson-Douglas, Ms. Sharice McCall, and some we may be envious of because he's retiring, Mr. Greg Taylor. Our counselors, my administrative team, our SROs, and the entire faculty of Sachse High School. She does not like when I do this because she prints the words that I say, but this would not be possible without my right hand and the boss of Sachse High School, and that's my secretary, Terry Reyna. Thank you for your dedication to our young people and helping them reach their potential every day. Garland ISD's one goal is that our students graduate ready for college, careers, and life. One of our ways of demonstrating that is meeting what Dr. Lopez said earlier, CCMR. Students who have met CCMR standards are denoted by wearing a medallion. Students wearing the gold and white cords met CCMR standards and a Level 1 or Level 2 industry certification. Will all students who have obtained CCMR please stand to be recognized? You may be seated. Any graduates, young men and women, who have already enlisted in the military, please stand to be recognized. Please remain standing. Would all active duty personnel and veterans in the audience please join them with standing? Thank you. You may be seated. We would like to thank you for your service and commitment to our country. At this time, I would also like to thank all first responders in the audience. If you are a police officer, firefighter, or EMT, please stand to be recognized. Thank you for keeping us safe every day. Please be seated. Would the parents, guardians of the class of 2023 please stand and be recognized? Thank you for allowing us to be part of your child's life. Class of 2023 and staff, please rise for our alma mater, and when it is complete, you may toss your caps. Daniel Santos will now lead us in our alma mater.
To Sachse High School, our alma mater dear, we pledge our full allegiance throughout the coming years. And when we leave your portals, we'll be forever true, and always keep within our hearts Sachse white and blue.